Lord's coming after you boxers. There's been a few deaths of boxers dying this year, and because what does death signify? That the Lord gives out the issues of death, of life and death. All right, so if boxers are dying, who's behind that? The Lord Yahweh Shah. He's behind all deaths. But the point is, Errol Spence, he almost died a month ago. All right, and guess what? The first thing he said when he came out that accident, he damn near flipped over, hit a rail. I mean, he should have died, but he had no bruises or no broken bones or nothing. And what's the first thing this motherfucker says first thing he tweets? I'm a savage. Not no thank God I'm alive, none of this. Now he's in an interview, he just did an interview for the first time, trying to thank God and all that, but he's probably got so much shit about what he said. But the first tweet he sends, not that I'm thankful I'm alive, thank you God, nothing, because he should have been dead. Right. Nobody comes out of that alive, that accident alive. You see the video. The first thing this fucking low life says, I'm a savage. So just back to what this brother said, they glorify themselves in stupidity slogans, man. I'm a savage. Do as thou will. You only live once. It's my world. I'll do what I want. Yeah.
Real nigga.
Yeah, real nigga do. Whatever. Some dumb shit.
You got rappers calling themselves demons in songs now.
Yeah, that's the new thing.
Yeah.
That's free Sosa, he's a demon.
Well, they are. At least they got that right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man. I got something, man. That's what he's done.
No, that was it. Oh, well, yeah.
Nah, it's more.
Yeah, it's more. It says, thou shalt discontinue from that inheritance that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever.
Yeah, and that's what you're witnessing, man. When you Jakes get gunned down, when you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans get locked up, you get sentenced for years. While when they cause offense, so-called Caucasian people, they commit crimes and offenses, and they get a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, like was it Halliburton or not Halliburton? Those big corporations schemes, man. Like man, I just missed it. Is it Halliburton?
Yeah, bring that up.
Those defense contracts that was, man, I forget the damn name. Of course, when I'm up here, you okay.
It says
What's that big
I'm talking about Bernie Madoff.
Yeah, there was go ahead.
It says ex-mortgage CEO sentenced to prison for $3 billion fraud. Says the CEO of what had been one of the nation's largest privately led mortgage lenders was sentenced Tuesday to more than 3 years in prison for his role in a $3 billion scheme that officials call one of the biggest corporate frauds in U.S. history. The 40-month sentence for Paul R. Allen, 55, of Oakton, Virginia, slightly less than the 6-year term sought by federal prosecutors. Now, on the flip side, homeless man gets 15 years for stealing $100.
Sure.
Look at that.
It says a homeless man robbed a Louisiana bank and took a $100 bill. After feeling remorse, he surrendered to police the next day. The judge sentenced him to 15 years in prison.
And he surrendered. Turned himself in.
So we got a $3 billion fraud where the man gets 40 months. And we got $100
from a poor man.
From a poor
and it's
man
just
that
talk about
repented.
that.
And he's getting 15 years.
Man, I forget what I gotta find that
Yeah,
scripture
so
say.
right.
for man gets steal
Yeah,
something.
a poor man, he's not going to count it against him.
Right.
That proved this world is wicked as hell, man. I mean, I'm kind of speechless.
It should be.
I mean, look at the difference of that, man. Look at the grave difference. It's not even a joke. What's $100 out of 330? What was it?
$3 billion.
$3 billion. I mean, that's like 1%. I mean, and this is the world that we live in. This is the world that you vote for, you die for, you say, God bless America, all this shit. And here's, you've been hoodwinked and got your money, your family earnings stolen by a big corporate demon, and he just gets, what, 40 days or 3 years in jail or some shit?
Pretty sad. It's a Habakkuk 1.
That's America for you, man.
Yeah.
Habakkuk 1:4. Therefore the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous. Therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. We're talking about justice here. We're talking about the fact that you know more than anybody that determined by your skin and determined by your social class, all right, how much money you make, is how far you can go in society, especially when it comes to law. All right, you can bail yourself out of prison if you're rich enough. You can't do that if you're broke. That's why the bail system was set up to keep rich people out of prison and poor people in jails. They're still gonna make money off you at the end of the day. All right, just keeping you in jail with things that murderers in jail serving out life terms, and they should be put to death according to the Bible. We shouldn't have to pay tax dollars to them. But that's what this society is all about, making more bread off of whoever they can. Criminals, poor, whomever. So the law, scripture says the law is slack. What does that mean? That where there's supposed to be law implemented, when you're rich, you don't gotta follow that law. Tax exempts, whatnot. Avoiding taxes, the number one law that's avoided, all right, by the rich. Where they taxing the hell out of you if you're poor.
Yeah.
Okay? And then so forth. The list goes on, man. All right?
This is an unjust place. You can't seek justice or righteousness from a place that's sole roots is wickedness and lies and deceit. Everything about this place is not what it appears to be. They say one thing, but they live a whole nother way. That's why the Bible calls this man the devil. He's the serpent. He has a forked tongue. He says one thing and lives out a whole nother way of life, man. Yeah.
Now the brother mentioned Earl Spence and just dealing with rich Jakes out here, or rich Edomites out here. This is Zephaniah 1, start at 17. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind, because they have sinned against the Lord.
Yeah, and that's 2/3 of our people, man. 2/3 of our people are blind, man. They're walking, but they're living, but not alive. You're living, but not alive, man.
And it's a lot of
Well,
key
yeah,
word.
you exist, but you're not living. I remember
Right, right.
Apostle Gabar used to always say that.
Hey, a key way to tell if somebody's spiritually dead is if they feel no remorse for anything they've ever done.
Right.
We dealing with it. How do you deal with the people that's not even remorseful? They're not even repentful. They're not even willing to say, look, take a responsibility for their actions.
Right.
When the Lord holds every man
Accountable.
responsible and accountable for his own actions.
Well, they say the statistics go that for you to be a great businessman in America or to have a big CEO, they all have one thing in common. These big corporate owners and all that, they have no empathy. For you to rise in the society, you have to have no empathy. And empathy is having remorse, having feelings, and they don't have it. So, if you have no empathy, which basically means you're a damn demon and wicked, you're gonna rise into society, man.
Just like that.
You're just like that. That means you cut through. You don't give a damn about the next man. And ultimately, fundamentally, that's what this capitalism system teaches you.
Right.
It's fundamentally not spiritual. Because what's the point? To make more than the next man, to cut the other guy out. So it breeds for you to lie or not be totally honest about your product. Mine's better than his. Well, everybody says your brother. This fantastic spray is saying it's better than the Clorox spray. This commercial saying it's better than that spray. This car is faster than that car. This clothes is, it just goes on. Well, what's the deal? God damn it.
What's the truth?
What's the truth?
What's the end goal?
What's the end goal? Is it about being better?
Making more money?
Is it about being better, or was it about really providing for you? See, the whole structure, the whole fundamental breakdown of America, and they try to lay it down on capitalism, and they try to lay it down on, you come here, you can build your own business, start your own family, provide for yourself, provide for your family. We give you the opportunity to start your own way. You don't got to live in a socialist economy and be subject to a government. But America is the most corrupt and it's really a fascist government.
Right.
It's really a totalitarian government, which means the government, it's big government takes over everything. That's why IRS can seize your home. That's why you got EPA laws, Environmental Protection Agency bringing out new laws every you in the trades, about about that.
All type of taxes.
All type of taxes,
tax,
all type of licenses, all type of permits for shit. Permits are going
Suspending,
suspending license, all that shit, because big government is getting more. They're getting more control of your so-called freedoms of your society. So how are you free when you got to follow all these fucking organizations telling you what to do, and they taking away your rights? That goes into the austerity measures,
So you